We're here with Scott Wegener, the artist and co-creator of Atomic Robo. Thanks a lot for meeting with us.
Oh, no problem. Thanks.
So, Atomic Robo, before we went on camera, we were talking with a few people out here about Free Comic Book Day and how that's kind of been the entry for a lot of people into it. Tell us a little bit about the decision to go with that.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem like a major move when we first did it. It just seemed like a great way to get the word out about the comic, and it has turned into the thing. I think without Free Comic Book Day, no one would have ever found Atomic Robo. The best way to expose people to new work is just give it to them, and if it's good, they're going to come looking for more with their wallets, and so far that has been how it's gone for us. So Free Comic Book Day every year since we started.
So take us back to sort of the creation of Atomic Robo. How did this all come about, and how did you decide to jump in with both feet and go for it?
Well, the idea originated with Brian Clevenger, the writer, and he had been kicking it around for almost 10 years, and then he and I started talking, and I kind of brought a pair of fresh eyes to the idea, and we really trimmed down a lot of stuff that had picked up over time. The core of the character never changed. We just really cut away everything that wasn't essential to it. And I don't know, it just seemed like it was everything that I liked. At the time, I was just starting out trying to make a living as a cartoonist. And I had a list of things I liked about comics and things I did not like about comics. And you can see some of that on our website, the Promise. And Brian was kind of in exactly the same boat. We had a lot of common interests and experiences as kids growing up, even though we had just met each other. And it was just a really good match. Yeah.
So talk about the aesthetics of Atomic Robo a bit, because it's a very unique looking book compared to other things on the stands. It's big over-the-top action, a little bit cartoony, but kind of serious. I mean, tell us a little bit about how you came about deciding on the artistic tone for the book.
Well, that implies that there was forethought. Before I was drawing comics, I was just drawing, for my own pleasure and fun, and it was a lot of doodling in office meetings where I was supposed to be paying attention to whatever flowchart we were examining or whatever. And I'd always really enjoyed Mike Mignola's work, Bruce Timm, and then Mike Oeming when I discovered him later. I really like it when you strip away, much like we did with Robo, strip away everything to the bare minimum that you need to get across your idea. So I like really simplistic, cartoony things, but I also like a lot of detail. I love all the work in Akira and all Jeff Darrow's work and whatnot. So it tends to be simplified figures and whatnot, and then occasional bursts of just ridiculous amounts of debris and detail on a page. But it wasn't really a conscious thing. It was much like the comic book. It's like, these are things I like. I'm going to put them together. Yeah.
Like Dr. Dinosaur.
That was not my idea.
But a crazy thing in this comic that's just going to kind of show up.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
So now, Atomic Robo, one of the joys is that it takes place over multiple time periods. So which one is your favorite to draw?
That's a good question. I don't think I have one. The only thing I've discovered so far that I dislike drawing, well, I complain about everything to Brian, so he would say I hate everything. The only thing I've ever found really difficult and unsatisfying to draw are old-timey cars. Anything from the 1930 back is just a giant pain in the butt to draw. But everything else is loads of fun. So, one thing out of a million. So that's cool.
Not too shabby.
No.
So, let's see. You've got Ghost of Station X, which is just wrapped up, and the collection's coming out, or it's out now? Coming out soon, right?
Trade should be out. I think it's April 14th, somewhere along there.
And then when does Volume 7 kick in?
I want to say June for issue 1 of Volume 7. And I don't want to think about it too hard because that's not that far away, and I'm not as far into it as I want to be.
Now, the other thing is you've got you did the cover for Real Science Adventures.
Science Adventures, yes.
And this is going to be an anthology. So I know that Brian's doing the art. He's doing the writing for it.
Awesome.
That would be awesome if you would do the art.
The only thing that could make that worse is if I did the writing, yeah.
So are you just going to be contributing covers to this as we go along, or are you going to be jumping in and doing short stories along the way? What's the plan?
Probably just the covers. So we've already wrapped, in the can already is all my work for the first 6 issues, and it's only a 6-issue run for now. The original idea was that I would do one of the stories that ran from issue 1 to issue 6, but between doing Free Comic Book Day, the regular comic, the covers for this, and the cover for the regular series, I just have no time, unfortunately, to do it. I really want to. I really want to do Atomic Robo meets Bruce Lee and run with that, but whatever. We got a great guy to do it, so whatever.
Yeah, it's been kind of fun looking at all the different styles.
Yeah, I love seeing other people's take on Robo. Yeah, and it's neat, and you can see some like where I draw things that specifically play to my own weaknesses and strengths, and how other people have their own weaknesses and strengths and how they mess around with those. Yeah, that's the great thing about doing your own character like this. It's just like, well, I don't know how to draw this, or I don't like drawing that. Well, it won't be in my book.
Exactly. So let's wrap this up the way we always do by asking, what's your issue? What is that comic you read that was so crazy, wild, out there, or fun that you just find yourself talking to your friends about it?
I've been mulling over this the whole time, and there's a lot of really great new books that are out there right now, like Chew, iZombie. I'm trying to think what else I just read. Six Gun. But one of the books I always point people to, if they're looking for a good comic that they can read and their kid can read, kind of like Atomic Robo. There was a book in the 90s called Leave It to Chance, and it is one of my favorite comics of all time. And the art and the stories are it's a simple, fun adventure. It's like if Nancy Drew and Hellboy had a love child. That's what this book is.
That's a great way to describe it. All right, well, thank you very much, and look forward to more Atomic Robo, and enjoy the show.
Great, thanks.